I work at one of the Apple retail stores. We live in the middle of some sort of chaos in the world, and the very top severe um, competitions between numbers of company around, the PC stuff. And who would have imagined that Apple's went on to become the world's most admired company? According to Fortune magazine, last year is 2009. Who would have imagined that? So, today I would love to give you some friendly advice. Lots of people tend to ask me so many times about should I buy a Mac today? Should I buy a new iPhone 3GS? Or should I wait for a new iPhone 4Gs that will be coming very soon? Probably pretty close to the end of this 2010. Please kind of allow me to give you some tips buying a Mac. You know, believe it or not, honestly, energy go when attention flows and this thing happens. Don't wait for a next chance. Do it today because there is no tomorrows. It doesn't mean the new products is going to be always better than the existing products. Let's say, let me explain briefly and make it short and sweet. Do you know about the difference between the MacBooks, the latest one, and the prior one? The latest MacBooks, on the market, it doesn't have FireWire 400 port. But the prior ones, you got FireWire 400 port. Like, for instance, if you go for like the last model, probably iBook G4, like a couple of years ago, you got, very nice matte screen, which I think somebody prefer matte screen rather than just go for the really annoying glossy one. Now that people buy a Mac with glossy screen, and then they tend to add on an additional protective films to make it become a matte screen again. So, don't speculate into the futures. Procrastination is the major thief of time because it would never stop. You keep moving, you keep running, you would never catch up for sure. You wait for the latest model, the very latest model will come up very soon after that. It's going to be outmoded anyway. So why wait? Why not just go for your Mac today? Don't speculate to the future. Speculate today what exactly you want to do with your very Mac. And would it be enough today? Not 10 years ago or 10 years in the future. Start today. So let me get this. Lots of people tend to ask me every day about the iPad. Okay? I don't have to answer this question. Even though it's my job, I can answer you about the iPad. But you can read by yourself. Through the Apple website. The advanced, before I know, I can give you like briefly stuff. I think the iPad is perfect. The iPad is now available in 3 configurations. Their prices are largely determined by the size of their storage capacity. Okay, starting at then 16, 32, and 64. Okay, and you can go beyond that. There is another model called iPad Touch 3G, which there is a slot that allows you to insert any regular internet SIM cards into that and support GPS. What is the iPad exactly? Of course, it's truly not a computer because it doesn't come preloaded with OS 10, but it's way beyond that. Let me get it straight. I'll give you a very short and sweet answer. What is the iPad? iPad is a mobile internet device. For instance, I'm a college student, and I might want to buy a Mac for myself, okay? But probably it might cost me $1,000. Probably way too expensive because I don't usually use that much features on Mac. And by the way, I want to buy an iPod Touch or the iPhone, but the screen is incredibly small. So I need something in the middle. It's like, I think I should call the iPad a mobile internet device. So the things that iPad can do and the iPhone cannot are, firstly, this time if you want to hook your iPad to a larger screen, you can transfer even more than just regular videos, but this time you can mirror the display to larger screens, and the iPad allows to run the iWorks iPad's versions on that. So it fully supports word processing, Excels, and also spreadsheet stuff, all that crap. And iPad is very nice e-readers. You get a very large with 10-inch screens. I'm not talking about comparing the iPad with the Kindles, whatever. But it's a nice one because it has very nice screens with the protective coat for fingerprints. And the battery lasts for almost 10 hours on one charge. And it's incredibly thin, only half an inch. Okay? Only half an inch thin. So it's incredibly light and it's incredibly thin. 0.6 kilograms. Okay? It's extremely thin. So I think iPad is a perfect device, and after Apple have officially launched the iPad, I may be the first persons who buy the iPads. And there are numbers of upcoming accessory, like this time you could hook up to, an accessory like additional keyboard set that make it even more like a computer's. So this time is just really perfect. So light, so thin. You can mirror things outside. It truly integrates it with your Macs. It won't get infected by any kinds of viruses. It's very stable. It's really fast, and you can take it with you all the time. It's the iPad. So that's the one. I think you should consider buy the iPad, or you can go to the Apple website, and you can go to Notify Me and reserve one for yourself, or you can go near Apple stores and you can probably talk to the guys who are there, leave your phone numbers, and then they give you a call when the iPad is just officially live. And secondly, I think they have launched the latest version of the iPhone 3GS, probably like 3 points, whatever, and so on. So we're trying to update your iPhone's firmware and let's see what's going on. And I wanted to persuade, and I wanted to urge you to buy a legal copy for software. There are more than 140,000 legal applications available through iTunes Store, so it won't cause you any hassle anymore. I hope you got something from my conversation today, from my speech today, and may the Max be with you. Good night.